Just 7 days after the Spanish Grand Prix, we go to the Principality. It's the Monaco Grand Prix. So 6 races down in the 2022 campaign as well. 4 race victories now to Max Verstappen, only 2 to Charles Leclerc. This time out, it's the Monaco Grand Prix. Before 2 weeks' time, we head over to Azerbaijan, and a week later, the Canadian Grand Prix returns to the calendar. Then a little bit of a break before the first weekend of July sees the British Grand Prix. 7 days later, we're in Austria for the second sprint event as well. Then 2-week break before France and Hungary back-to-back lead us into the summer break. Then when we come back, a triple header. Belgium, Netherlands and Italy take us from the 28th of August to the 11th of September. Then a big break before we go to Singapore on the 2nd of October to return to the calendar for Formula One's first night race. Back on the calendar. Fantastic to see. A week later, it's the Japanese Grand Prix before a 2-week break. Then we head stateside for the United States Grand Prix in Austin, Texas. A week later, we're in Mexico as well. Then a 2-week break before the season rounds out with a double header. Brazil on the 13th of November and the 20th of November in Abu Dhabi. In terms of the driver standings, Max Verstappen now leads the way by just 6 points to Charles Leclerc after his retirement last time out at the Spanish Grand Prix. Sergio Perez still third with George Russell fourth. Carlos Sainz has dropped down to 5th position. Lewis Hamilton moves slightly up into 6th, just ahead of Lando Norris. Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Ocon and Kevin Magnussen round out the top 10. Further down, Yuki Tsunoda and Danny Ricciardo now level on points with 11. Pierre Gasly has 6 points. Sebastian Vettel and Fernando Alonso both level on 4. Alexander Albon has 3. Lance Stroll 2. Zhou Guanyu, the last driver, with points on 1. Mick Schumacher, Nico Hulkenberg and Nicholas Latifi still no points this season. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull now take the lead on 195 points to Ferrari on 169. Mercedes secure third on 120. Then McLaren are 4th, just a few points ahead of Alfa Romeo, who in turn are battling Alpine. AlphaTauri are 7th, ahead by 2 points to Haas. Aston Martin 9th on 6 points, and Williams 10th on 3. All constructors having points. It's time for Saturday practice number 3 for the 2022 Monaco Grand Prix. Let's take a look around the Monte Carlo circuit, a 2.074 mile circuit, 19 corners, just 1 DRS zone, maximum elevation change right at the top of the hill. This is a demanding circuit. Start the lap out of Mancini's, down the start-finish straight that's on a slight curve, and start the lap. Into turn 1, brake hard down to 3rd gear for Sainte Devote. Rise up Beau Rivage. The track narrows in on both sides like threading the eye of a needle. Into the top, and Massenet. Now Casino Square, let the car drift wide before catching it up. Down towards Mirabeau, avoid the bump on the outside of the track, swing the car in 2nd gear to the right-hander. Down to the Grand Hotel hairpin, the slowest corner in Formula 1, just 30 miles an hour. Into Portier 1 as well, the car often wants to drift out before Portier 2, where Senna threw into the wall back in 1988. Through the tunnel now, as you head down towards the Nouvelle Chicane, your eyes adjust to the flash of the light, downhill into the brakes. Very hard to get this part of the track right as well. A quick flick to the right twice before left. Right, left into back, 5th gear corner, flat out. It's time to get underway once again then. This time out, it's for free practice number 3 for the 2022 Monaco Grand Prix. We're in the Principality, and as always, it's time for what we call usually Fast Saturday. But now, of course, with no practice on the Thursday, it all got moved up, which means the drivers haven't had a gap of over 48 hours, and they're all ready to go right here, right now. It's a 2-mile circuit as well, 3.337 kilometers, 19 turns, a 41.8 meter elevation change, and it is drama all the way around. Pirelli have brought their C3 hard, C4 medium, and C5 soft compound tyre here as well, and my earphones now stop playing Crofty and the other music as well, which means that we're looking at a beautiful harbour down in front of us up here as well. 1, 2, 3 jet skis, 5 boats, 3 super yachts, and then you look towards the marina and it's literally just millions and millions of pounds of yachts as well. Monaco literally is money, and around here it doesn't matter how much you bribe the barriers, you brush them, you're in trouble. Track temperature is at a high as well, which is nice to see as well. It is very warm indeed as we get ready for this next hour of practice as well. Now, we've got a little issue at the moment with our graphics in terms of the fact that none of them are on, due to the fact that we had a laptop crash just before the start of the session, so I'm currently flying solo up here in the comms box. But one we do have, I'm delighted to say, is button 3, which shows us the pit lane channel, which I can say good afternoon to you all from SHT. Hey, what's up? FP3 is starting soon. Yep, we've just got on here bang on time, I reckon. Abby says, yes, Joshua, sup, as hello, nothing, all good. How many red flags do you think we're going to have later on in qualifying, says SHT? I'm thinking we're going to have at least 3. Maybe 4 red flags as well. Abby says, nice to see you, good and well. Hope your morning is going splendidly good. By the way, every day when there's a practice or race in Monaco, I remember the Senna crash, 1988 at the inside of Portier. Hello, I'm here, don't worry. Yeah, Josh Plays will be with us in just a second, but we've had a computer crash up here in the comms box. As you can see me now desperately trying to get hold of the graphics up here to go working. So there's the driver tracker, so at least some things are working. But we've got no idea exactly what has gone wrong. But it's typical Monaco, isn't it, as well? Ian Birch will be joining us in the commentary box shortly. We've got 1 minute and 16 seconds left until the green light goes on. If I press button 2... hey presto, it works. We can now bring up the battle camera as well, although Synthel isn't with us in the commentary box, so that probably needs to be turned off here at the moment. It is the Formula 1 Grand Prix di Monaco in 2022. Adam says, hi Joshua as well. Enjoy all the motorsport action this weekend. Have a great day in Friendships. Great day to you too, Adam, as well. Look forward to seeing you at some point over the weekend with Grid Network. As well as SSG says, I also say around 2 to 3 red flags. Remember Yana Tuning Queen China's crash here back in 2010? Yes, I do. Flying up the inside, or the outside actually, as it became, didn't it, down there on the track as well. Getting ready then to welcome into the commentary box Josh Plays. As soon as I get the Discord up and running, he'll be joining us. It's going to be a lot of fun actually today as well, because we can actually see him working a lot more, as you can see on the Discord call. But we're almost green. Truly's K2M Lotus got up above Channel's HRT. Yeah, it was the Lotus at that point in time, wasn't it? Yeah, as they all come out. We've got our graphics ready as well in terms of action. 3 seconds, 2, 1. And the green light is on at the end of the pit lane, and it's Alexander Albon, who is not actually at first. It's Nicholas Latifi, as the camera angle pans up to see the numbers as well. And interesting to note as well that I was wondering if everybody, I got a lot of questions asking, why is the UBS board only used at Monaco and it's not used at any other race of the year? It's because Monaco has, because they are the TV producers, they have exclusive rights as to what advertising boards they put up at the side, which is why Tag Heuer is more advertised rather than Roland.
Okay, we've 15 seconds from green.
That was Latifi saying it's gone down. Let's go down to Tess.
Saturday of Monaco. I know we've gone on about it so far, but it is the most crucial day of the weekend. Not the day the points are handed out, but certainly the day that can decide the outcome of the odd race here and there. And imagine, Crofty, Anthony, everybody, imagine if you're Ferrari. You just lost the last 3 races to Max Verstappen. In fact, the last race in Barcelona, you didn't finish at all. You'd kind of think this was a must-win race, wouldn't you, Crofty? Not according to this morning. It is not a must-win race, he said. You could have knocked me down with a feather. Or a bottle of Prosecco or something. But
could have done that last night.
But it's very difficult to see how it isn't a must-win race? Surely it's a must-win race. Charles Leclerc's doing everything he can. Just wants a quiet day, play himself in easily, slowly, softly in this free practice 3 session, and then nab pole when it counts. But they are fearful of Max Verstappen. Yes, you heard that right. They are fearful of Max Verstappen over 1 lap. So, have Red Bull got anything hidden that we haven't seen yet? Well, we might see it in this session.
Thank you very much, Ted, and I'm delighted to say that that has given us the optimum of time to get Josh Plays into the commentary box. If I press button 2, he should be there. Hello, Josh, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, perfect. Fantastic to see you. Had a good weekend so far. It's been all action all the way around as well.
Yeah, I am a bit annoyed with time
Radio
zones
check,
this
Mick.
morning.
That was
Check for radio check. Loud and clear. Stroll leaving the pit behind you.
Schumacher just having a radio check out there. Yeah, go on, Josh, go on.
Yeah, so I'm a bit annoyed with time zones this morning.
Time zones. It's confusing as mad,
Yes.
isn't it?
Because on the local time, the Formula 1 Regional Europe was meant to start at 9:35. So instead of going forward an hour, I went back an hour. So I woke up at 8 to watch a 10:35 race.
Yeah, that's not the correct decision.
Yeah.
Then again, at least you got some Moto 3 practice, if I remember correctly, is the one that's out there as well. That was out.
Yeah, I was just sat in bed watching TV. And
Up
Yeah, and-
at 7 I was as well,
Yep.
and straight into the box.
Formula Regional Europe also wanted to make Monaco a car park for the 2nd year running.
Yeah, the red flag came out down at the Grand
Once
Hotel.
past, stay out. Once past.
That was Stroll's radio. Yeah, the Grand Hotel hairpin became a car park as well. George Morgan, who is the PSGL F1 commentator and Formula 1 and commentator as well with Loudspeaker Agency as well, sent a text in as well, and his commentary was absolutely bang on during that Alpine race as well earlier on today. As into the pits, I think this is Sebastian Vettel. It is just doing a practice start in front of the garage. It's a bit weird, this one, isn't it, Josh? Because we've had the situation where usually practice is on Thursday, then we have a Friday break, then we go for Saturday, but it's all condensed. So the usual rustiness we see on a Saturday morning isn't going to be there.
Yeah, of course, it's normally the Formula 1 on Thursday and then the support series on Friday and then Formula 1 support series on the Saturday, Sunday. But yeah, it's all compact. It's now the classic, what we normally see the Friday,
Okay,
Saturday,
Kev, when you
Sunday
get here,
for.
stop on the marks, find pre-start revs and switch off. But remember, we will jack you up with the rear jack.
That's K-Mag. Let's go down to Christian Horner. He's on the Sky F1 pit
Would they
wall.
like something with a softer suspension just to ride out the bumps a bit? Good morning to you.
Good
Or afternoon,
good
sorry.
afternoon. Well, before we get into that, how are you feeling? I gathered Crofty goes large in Monaco last night.
Oh no, he did go
Well,
party
yeah,
the
hard.
Red Bull Energy Station.
Yeah, you invited me along to the party, and there was the odd drink being bought for me. So thank you very much.
He was
for that
complaining
last
there
night.
wasn't enough food. Chris.
Yeah, exactly. I heard he consumed
buffet
enough.
wasn't
He
great.
consumed enough alcohol and tried every mixture with Red Bull you can put with. I heard.
Well, where were you last night? Did you get an early night or something?
School night, mate. I was in bed.
Yeah, right. Anyway, your drivers, are they complaining about your car?
No, they're not allowed to do that.
Pretty bad if they were, weren't
No,
they?
look, I mean, yesterday, yeah, I think we didn't have an optimum setup, and in the morning they were a little happier than the afternoon session. So, you know, a lot of work last night with the engineering teams, and a few little changes for today. And yeah, this track's a confidence track, so you've got to be able to give your drivers, you know, confidence here.
I was just going to say, Christian, how bold can you be with the setup? Can you be as aggressive as you would like to be given the championship status?
Blimey, you were going large as well last night, Paul.
He was in bed early.
Yeah, no questions asked. Look, yeah, we have to treat each race, you know, race by race. Ferrari are very, very strong here. We know that, and you know, we saw that particularly yesterday. And so it's a matter of finding that compromise between one-lap performance, which has an absolute premium here. So that's what you'll see teams really focus on, sacrificing a bit on the long run to try and get that grid position.
Thanks very much. Right, we're going to resync up here at the moment because we're a little bit out of we're about 9 seconds. There we go. We've resynced up, and now we are bang on 5 seconds back. So there's the correct timer. We just like being on time and consistent, don't we, Josh?
Yeah, Telly di Monte Carlo again. The track map is a bit destroyed, should we say.
Yeah, it's not ideally correct as well. Though we should also point out that there is some things, but we're going to throw it back down to Christian because he's still talking.
The circuit just ramping up, the drivers finding their limits, and you know they're starting to edge towards, you know, closer towards those barriers, you know, in this session. So before they give it everything in quali, so it's all part of going with the circuit.
Isn't it just? Christian, thanks ever so much.
Right, there's Christian. Right, YouTube chat is activated as well. We've got that working now. Basically, what we've done is we put Josh on the laptop and the YouTube chat up, and at the moment it seems to be playing ball with us. So the software is finally working, which is good news for Synthol. Let's go down as well. Where do we get up to? As yesterday, Abby plays says, as yesterday we saw Ricciardo smash into the barriers next to the swimming pool, so McLaren is going to have to be extra careful. But my predictions are 2 red flags in qualifying. I think Q1 is going to be the big one, don't you think, Josh, as well? That's where we're going to see some red flags.
Indeed. Yeah. I think we are going to have some red flags. And also, if I just reach to the side of the box, what do I have here? Some Coke and lemon.
It's honestly Megan as well. There was a lemon drizzle cake made, and she's been using up the lemon. So Megan will be back with us for qualifying. Going through here as well. Go on.
Right. I especially went to the shop yesterday to get Coke and lemon.
It's nice. Coke and lemon is nice, but that's more Megan's drink at the moment. Tried it once, didn't really like it that much. Give me a lime, that'll do me. Anyway, Beth says, oh, hang on a second. And then Abby says, Pastor Maldonado, I remember that dramatic crash, 2013 with Max Chilton and Jules Bianchi as well. Chilton hit the side of Maldonado. Maldonado flew into the barrier, brought the barrier back onto the track, and then Jules Bianchi smashed into the front of it. They all restarted, actually, bar Maldonado, which was great news. Beth says, 50 years ago today, Mark Doohan won the Indy 500 driving for Penske. So great little reminder there as well. It's also, what was it, 5-6 years ago since Fernando Alonso did the Indy 500 in 2017, and Jenson Button raced in his place as well. That was here in Monaco 5 years ago. And speaking of Alonso, he has just gone top on a 1:14.757. SHT says, I also remember the crash here involving Di Resta, Hamilton, Alguersuari and Petrov back in Monaco 2011. Yeah, the race that should not have restarted, but did. Alonso first driver out in the softs as well. Ricciardo come out on softs, says SHT. Beth back in saying Alonso loves going out fast early in these practice sessions, like he's got a premature qualification problem or something.
Plus 2 clicks to protect the rear's second time lap. Brake balance plus 2 clicks.
So brake balance plus 2 clicks as we watch Carlos Sainz round the Lowe's hairpin, or the Grand Hotel hairpin, or even its old original name of gas station hairpin, because it used to be a petrol station just on the runoff there as well. But it's just a hairpin, isn't it? Mirabeau at the top, hairpin at the bottom, Tunnel, Portier. You know the corner names here, like the back of your hand as well. And considering that, would that be the front of your hand or the back of your hand? I never get that one the right way around as well. Sainz looking quick then, and with no gravel traps here this weekend, Josh, looks like he's going to be okay. But I reckon we could see a Sainz retirement. And if he does retire, are Ferrari going to say, that's it, you've had your shot, you've bottled it ever since we signed you on the new contract?
Yeah, I don't know. He could try and Sainz could try and find the tiniest little bit of stones.
I feel like it's still lacking rotation, slow speed. Medium high speed is better.
That was the T-Fee. Go on, Josh.
Yep, which we kind of call gravel. It's on the pavement in the runoff at turn 1, I believe.
Yes, it's the what was it? It's the cobbles in effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's,
so he could try and beat it on there, but he would be very skilled if he does. And I've got a raw radio message from Verstappen.
Oh, go on.
It says, ready? Max, try pressing the red button if you're a Sky Glass customer.
I'm surprised that I've seen that going around actually. Surprised that I've done more things of it as well with Crofty and the Sky Cube Glass customer. To be fair, I'm actually quite happy that often we started off the season and the previous year since we were on Virgin Media as our broadcaster. Yeah. I feel a lot more happier now that we're on Sky for a TV broadcast than we did on Virgin Media. I don't know what it is.
Charles on a soft, Ricciardo on a soft has done a 16.2 at the moment, you P1.
This is Alonso.
Sainz 13 seconds behind, starting a time lap.
Yeah, it's like we're getting it from the source, which is nice. As Sainz, who's fastest Sector 1, fastest Sector 2, crosses the line now and goes top on a 1:14.114. So hang on, it's exactly the same numbers across the board. 1:11, 1:11. So 1:14.114. 1 minute 14.114. So that's.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah, look at Sainz. Yeah, look, there's 3 1s and then there's another 3 1s. So Sainz goes top of the board. And I've opened up the battle graphic for you to see as well. That is an amazing lap. That 1:14.114. Great job. Leclerc's looking quick though, so I don't think that's going to matter for too long as Zhou goes up into 4th place. Leclerc comes out of Anthony Nogues down the start-finish straight, takes the line and goes top. 1:14.008 as well. So good job through turn 1. Fastest of all, 2nd sectors where he picked up that time as well. To the YouTube chat quickly, because we've got more comments coming through from Beth saying, I like Carlos, but if Ferrari switched him out for Danny Rick, it would be like it would be on like Donkey Kong. Yes, it would be on like Donkey Kong. I get it now. And SSG says, which other crashes you remember here in Monaco? I remember quite a lot of them, to be fair. Let's go through it as well. Obviously, we've talked about the classic crashes, but in terms of the ones I can remember watching live, let's start in 2000. I know it's 99, but nothing happened there. It's 2000. We had Fischer Keller and that big accident down at the Nouvelle Chicane. We had an accident with Button. Well, Verstappen hit Button and spun him around and blocked the track. But that was a phantom red flag because the red flag came out because the computer glitched. And then the crash happened here at the hairpin that we're watching Verstappen in now. I remember Button's crash in 2003. And that was a really bad one. Coming out of the tunnel, he went downhill in the braking zone, but he lost it coming out of the tunnel, smacked the inside wall, and then hit, at that point, the barrier came out where Perez hit it in 2011. That barrier was still there, and Button hit the barrier and got spun round as well. He got concussed and wasn't racing the next day and missed the next race actually as well. 2004 was a weird one. Sato's engine blew up coming out through to back, and the entire track was covered in smoke. David Coulthard braked, and Fischer Keller went right over the back of him, and it ended up sideways at the exit of to back as well. The red flag did come out for that, but it was a rogue marshal on the start-finish line that put out the red flag, then put it in, then threw the safety car, so nobody knew what was happening. 2005, don't think there was a big crash. Oh no, Alonso went off in 2005. 2004 as well, actually. Under the safety car, Schumacher and Montoya making contact in the tunnel behind the safety car, and Schumacher being out of the race. Did that the year later as well. Yeah, Alonso crashed in the tunnel. SHG puts it as well. Further down as well, 2006, Raikkonen's engine blew. 2007, Hamilton put it in the wall in practice. 2008 was just a crash fest with the rain. 2009, don't think there was an actual accident that year in 2009 that big. The one I remember actually from 2002, I've remembered one actually. Frentzen and Irvine, I think, went straight on at turn 1. No, it was Frentzen and Heidfeld went straight on at turn 1 and nearly ended up running into the chapel down there at Saint-Devote. Where did we get up to? 2010, we had Liuzzi, so we had Trulli going over the top of Chanhok. 2011 was littered. Perez in qualifying 3 hitting the wall. Rosberg hit the wall, of course, in practice 3. Petrov then did it in qualifying. And then in the race, it got red flagged as well. 2012, there was a couple of accidents. The track got blocked at the Rascasse, but no red flag. 2013, the Maldonado crash. 2014, Rosberg locking up at the top of Mirabeau. 15, Sutil hit the wall coming out of Mirabeau as well. Let's see, 16, safety car start. Palmer into the wall down the start-finish straight. Verstappen, of course, in 15, hitting the wall straight on at Saint-Devote. 17, Verline upside down at Portier. 2018, Charles Leclerc whacking the back of Brendan Hartley. 2019, I don't think there was actual crash in 2019 that I can remember. Oh, yes, there was. Leclerc hitting the wall. 2020, last year, Leclerc hit the wall and then everyone finished the Monaco Grand Prix last year. It was quite unusual. And then there's this year. So there you go. And I've missed a couple out there. David Coulthard hitting the wall in 2008 at the exit of the swimming pool section as well. Coming out of the tunnel, sorry. Hill, I think, went up. Yeah, Beth said involved Hill. I remember someone being up on a wall involved Hill. Hill in 94, 95 made contact at the start. Then it red flagged the race. I think it was 95. But it was all sorts of chaos as well. And 2016, Nasser and Ericsson Sauber collision. Yes, blocked the track down at Raskas. But I think with that very long monologue I've just done, Josh, as well, there's been a big accident here once every year. And we can always remember them. If it proves the point, if you make the mistake, it's a big one.
Yeah, indeed. I've just looking at the apex of turns. There's been tons of them coming through, but Carlos Sainz has had a stinker of a lap, missing the apex at turns 10, and missing the apex at turn 16 on the same lap.
Oh, so Sainz is massively off as well, and losing time. Surprised actually that they've allowed him to continue then if there's a ongoing issue.
He's also missed the apex of turn 16 again.
Oh, it just gets worse. Yeah, he has actually missed the apex down there on the circuit as well. As we're on a break, so we'll open up the main screen with the battles going on. And everyone's now wondering what is going to happen next. The cars are out on the track, all bar Alonso, Bottas and Latifi. So 17 of the 20 cars going out there. SHT says Sutil's accident was 2014. Was it? I thought it was 2015. Oh, well. It's one of the two, wasn't it? Of course, yeah. Back with Hamilton then at the exit of the Nouvelle Chicane, running down towards Tabac. Tabac, literally the tobacco corner. Brought on the calendar back, was actually not on the original calendar because it used to go uphill towards the hairpin to back. So the entire swimming pool section was added in the late 70s, extreme late 70s as well. It used to be the hairpin as well at the end of the lap as well. As Hamilton goes 8th fastest now on a 1:18.808 Ted.
It's the new one that they didn't run yesterday. Do you remember we said that they brought a new front wing end plate, still developed from the one that they debuted at Barcelona? Well, they didn't run it yesterday because they were worried that they don't have too many of them and they might have a clonk against the wall. But now it is on. So, as we expected, all of the good bits are on the Mercedes and they'll be hoping that it delivers them results today.
Yeah, and they'll be very anxious not to...
Absolutely. And Josh as well, how much is it a factor that we see drivers just put it into the wall in practice 3 because they're so nervous going into the race?
Yeah, indeed. How many times have I said yeah, indeed? Today. Anyway,
every single time we've thrown to you.
Yes. Right. Anyway,
it's your Rosberg. What's it? What did he say? That's true, or something like that.
Yeah. We've had a lot of crashes in FP3. I believe one of the Leclerc crashes was we've had Verstappen in free practice 3, I think.
Yes, 2018, I think, one of the two.
Yeah, and Leclerc, Sainz, I think, had a trip down there.
Yeah,
of course we had Ricciardo down yesterday.
SHT says 2006 Christian Klein was on the podium position, but then he did give DNF and gifted the position to David Coulthard for Red Bull. Yeah, 06. I think what were they promoting that year? Superman in 2006. 2005 was the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. As well as Leclerc goes top 1:13.434. First one then into the 1:13s here at Monaco. Good lap time on the board. Ferrari looking incredibly strong here. Last time Ferrari won at Monaco was 2017 when they did the double. Sebastian Vettel taking victory from Kimi Raikkonen in second. Ever since then, it's been a switch between Red Bull and Mercedes. 2018 was Danny Ricciardo. 2019, Lewis Hamilton. Last year, in 2021, when it came back after the pandemic break, it belonged to Max Verstappen as well. But everyone's now looking on the board thinking, oh, this could be it. This could be the chance we go. And Ferrari could retake the championship lead, because if I get my notes that I've yet to stick up on the wall, that are alongside me as well, and take a look at the Constructors' Championship, it is Red Bull leading the way on 195 points. Ferrari on 169 points as well in the Constructors' standings. So they've got a lot of work to do to go up there. But Leclerc doesn't really want... Oh, there's a radio.
Weird is happening into turn 1. Yeah, I don't know, there's some vibrations on the front.
Okay, we will check.
And Leclerc's responding to vibrations on the front as Yuki Tsunoda locks up into the Nouvelle chicane. And yeah, as I was about to say, Josh, Leclerc doesn't have the best of luck here, does he? 4 races here, 2 in Formula 2, 2 in Formula 1, and including his historic appearance, and he's failed to finish in all of them, including the historics.
Yeah, not the best of luck, indeed.
A lot through exit turn 9, exit 12, 13.
That's Russell.
George Russell, yep.
Yeah, go on.
So, yeah, Charles Leclerc not had the best of luck, of course, crashing but that was brake failure. And then you've got the 2021 going into the wall, 2019 going into the wall.
2019 touched the wall coming out of Raskas and broke the rear suspension, is what happened to him there. As they
and then
come through.
2018 it was down at the swimming pool, I want to say.
Yes.
Yeah. Same with 2021, I think.
Yeah, practice 3 hit the wall and then hit it again 2 years later in the same position as well. Beth is in the YouTube comments section as well. Danny Wick P7, and he's just dropped down to P8 now as well, but still. Mark Duran also drove in F1 in seasons 1971 and 74-75. He scored 4 points in 71 and again in 75.
Bottoming a lot through exit turn 9, exit 12, 13, 14.
Oh, so the bottoming out is still going on for Russell as well. The propulsing effect gets worse on a street circuit, it seems.
That is, if I grab...
Leclerc comes across the line, and he's matched Perez's time to the nearest thousandth of a second. If we open it up, Sergio Perez a 1:13.297, Leclerc second on a 1:13.297. They have set exactly the same time, and Leclerc did that with Verstappen yesterday as well. So again, they've matched it. As Stroll and Sainz has been noted for impeding. Brilliant. But of course, Perez keeps his time because he did it first. As of course comes Hamilton, 8th fastest, 1:14.527 on the board. Well, it's Leclerc's second, but technically he is top. He has just set the fastest time, but it's joint.
Let me know if you'd like a double slow max.
There's a smirk on down there.
I'm front locking a lot.
Okay, understood. Let me know which corners.
Just to the apex, turn 1, turn 5, 7, 8.
Understood. Stand by.
There's a lot of smirking down at Ferrari as well. 0.000. I've been asked to put the battle graphic back up for a second. There you have it, as it is. SSG says Hamilton goes second. No? Let's say for Norris.
Just check steering and just clip the wall.
Oh, wait.
Okay, understood.
And Lando's clipped the wall, and SSG meant Hamilton goes 8th. Russell now goes 9th, 1:14.671. But look at that, everyone. Take a screenshot on your devices now. Perez and Leclerc exactly the same time. It looks menacing out there, Josh. Whoa. And,
I am trying to think of something to say.
Lewis.
Yes, indeed.
Lewis nearly
just
hit
check steering and just clip the ball.
Yellow.
Okay, understood.
We've got
track sector 2, so that's turn 1.
So someone's run off at the first corner. Who's down there? It's Stroll, according to the timing graphics. So Lance Stroll, I think, has gone straight on, coming out of the out of Saint Devote. So we'll keep an eye on it. Alonso is down in... Where is Alonso actually on the board? He's 11th. And there's Stroll, reversed onto this track in the racing line, gets going again. So it throws out the green flag. But a lot of lockups down at turn 1. We could see that being a factor this weekend. Alonso down, as you said, in P11, and Ocon down in P17. Alonso is in the pits as things currently stand on the timing screens, as Sonoda is the only car in the pit lane to 19 Formula One cars around 2.07 miles of Monaco.
Ah, mate, I have no front grip into turn 1.
And let's hear from Hamilton now.
Currently P8, 1.2 to Leclerc. Sorry, 1.2 to Perez.
Where is that 1.2 seconds? I don't know where that is.
Yeah, Hamilton is down in 8th position as we see Lance Stroll. Josh is locking up, going straight on. How many times have we seen that this weekend?
A lot. Should have Stroll tried to spin it around instead of reversing onto the track. That was quite dangerous, I think.
Yeah, I should have spun it around. Reversing is a big, big no-no on a Formula One course as well, so I'm surprised he got away with that without any more injury. But it looks good. Reminder, qualifying coming later. Then we'll have the F2. The live streams will be set up after the race. The live streams will be set up after the practice session here as well, and before qualifying. And we'll also have tomorrow British Touring Car Championship. Race 1 is live. Races 2 and 3 are delayed due to live coverage.
1.2 to Leclerc. Sorry, 1.2 to Perez.
We've heard that. So live coverage tomorrow. The Indy 500 will be on YouTube. That we're on air 4:45 for the driver introductions, and then the green flag is in an hour at 5:45. That is British summer time as well. And if you're over in America, it'll be 11:45 on air with the 12:45 green flag time as well. It's going to be another great one. As you're looking forward to the Indy 500 tomorrow, Josh?
I would say yes, but I'm going to say no, because that means I'm going to have to be sat here commentating for 4 hours, and then I've got all of the touring car races and Formula 1 as well, and then what's in Formula 2 as well.
Yeah,
it's going to be a long day.
It's not a great one, is it? Yeah, as they come through. So to remind, and we've also got MotoGP live as well.
Yep. Leclerc on a really fast lap coming into the
Anthony Nose. Looks quite good, doesn't it, as it approaches the line? Who's just gone fast in sector 1? Verstappen.
Yeah.
Oh, what a time.
Temps.
1:12.885 for Leclerc to go top. Perez now eked away, but look at Verstappen. We've joined him now, hopefully. Yep, here he is through the tunnel. Verstappen, first sector is a 19.327, so he is a couple of thousandths faster at the moment as he's got traffic ahead of him, though. Who is it? It's Lewis Hamilton who gets out of his way at the exit of the Nouvelle Chicane into Tabac now. Flies it through the swimming pool section. Don't take too much curb as well on the inside line. He nearly put it into the wall. My God, he twitched like mad. Into Rascasse as well. It's like you've got no nerves as a Formula 1 driver around this track. Nearly into the wall, Anthony Noakes as well. These cars are so much bigger than we've ever had before as well. And he's 4 tenths down. Improves on time, not position. Not surprised, really. A number of mistakes, Josh, there in that third and last sector.
Yeah, Russell saying ride is poor. Just having a look at the timing screens. Perez, a 1:13.301.
Wow.
Verstappen, a 1:13.299. 2 thousandths of a second separate the two Red Bulls.
It's getting hot out here, halfway through the session then, here for the two... and Hamilton's locked up at the hairpin. He's just got it going again, so he didn't go straight on and block the track, but that would have been a frightening moment. You never want to look up at Monaco, never more so locking up coming into the Grand Hotel hairpin or the Lowe's hairpin. Now that is a Red Bull going slow on the racing line in the tunnel. If it's Max Verstappen, it is. Give him a reprimand. That is beyond dangerous. Beyond dangerous. Slowing down on the fastest line through the tunnel. That's stupid. Absolutely stupid.
The rivals are on. A turn 18 incident involving Stroll and Sainz will be investigated after the session for impeding.
And Hamilton, as we saw him on the television, missed the apex down at the Nouvelle Chicane as well. And it's just come up on the monitor now.
Looking at the race director's notes, there is a planned escape road at turn 10. I don't know if it's just for the race and qualifying, but there's a Marshall which operates a light which the drivers should follow. And
2 seconds. Down to Ted.
On Ricciardo's brakes down here in the McLaren pit next to Orlando. hasn't got any fans on any of his brakes, and actually the mechanic on the left-hand side is having to block out all the holes with his hands to make sure all the air is getting in to cool the brakes. So yeah, Danny's kind of he's cooked the brakes slightly, but they'll get those temperatures under control and he'll go again, I'm sure. So just to recap, that crash yesterday that Ricciardo had actually wasn't his fault, turned out not to be his fault. Team boss Andreas Seidel, when I spoke to him earlier today, was kind of blaming his engineering crew as well for taking too much of an adventurous setup, is what he called it, with the car that allowed the car to bottom out and caused directly to that crash. So McLaren taking away some responsibility for that crash from Danny Rick and kind of putting it on Tom Stallard and the other engineers for being too adventurous. Interesting.
And that's the crash from yesterday that caused him to lose a number of new parts on that McLaren as well that they brought in, including the steering rack. Yeah, back to your point, Josh. Yeah, it says here on the race direction list, because I had it open on that page actually on the note. It said
yellow.
Oh, and it's a Ferrari down at turn 1. And which one is it? I think it's Carlos Sainz.
Sainz.
Yeah, who's straight on at the first corner, and he's going to roll it back. Yellow flags flying. Don't think anyone's around him. No, they're not. Sonoda's there anyway. Green
Did they
flag.
reverse it to save the tyres, maybe?
Could
Even
do,
though they're
yeah.
already cooked.
And
from
the
the lock-up.
big lock-up from Sainz into that first corner. Just went straight on. They've got it going again, and one of the Ferrari engineers wearing a mask down there in the pit lane. They're not mandatory anymore, but good on him. Yeah, to go back to your point, yeah, turn 10 to 11 escape road. If a car uses the escape road at turn 10 to 11 chicane, the driver may rejoin the track.
Chicane, though?
Yeah, the new bell. The driver may rejoin the track only when the lights operated by Marshall on the spot are turned green. I think there's a gap in the barrier just after, down that road which is called JFK Avenue. There's a little barrier exit where the cars can come back on the track.
Leclerc's rolling so slowly into the box. Is there a problem?
Well, I saw this going on as well down there with the Red Bulls as well. They seem to be coasting in like they don't want to use the brakes. Now, track temperature is at 50 degrees still, so I wonder if the brakes are just too hot. They don't want to risk hitting the marshals on the inside of the track.
Yeah. So
just to push the toggle is really off-putting because I'm driving the
Leclerc.
last sector one-handed with my toggle off or going backwards for turn 18. If we could have it on the push toggle, that would be so much better.
So Albon's requesting.
No, it's not really possible.
Albon
They sound
requesting.
so similar.
They do, they really do. Albon requesting a push toggle switch as well to get through. We've gone to the battle screen because we're on ad break, so there's nothing that we can talk about in the TV pictures, so we may as well throw this open as well so you can see the whole times if you're just joining us.
Does that mean if they cut the corner and miss the apex, they don't have to wait for the light because that's further down if they go onto the old Formula E layout?
Yeah, I think that's the case. So, like, maybe if they have a big lock-up and go straight on, then if they pass that barrier, they can rejoin it. But I don't see the point. It's a good idea, but I don't see the point considering that the barrier was moved so far back after Perez's crash in 2011. Like, it doesn't really need to be there anymore. So
no,
we'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on that through qualifying because I think that could be a factor. We see cars slipping down there to try and get out of traffic or something as well, instead of impeding lap times, because it wouldn't cause a yellow because it's been designated part of the track. So going off there, it won't cause a yellow. So we could see a lot of people deciding to do that. I want to see it working, to be fair. Maybe in the F2 race later as well.
Maybe they could use it to get slow
yeah.
cars out of the way.
Yeah, and I suppose they could use it also in a term of if we're on a safety car and we need to get them unlapped, they could all go down there and get through. Like when everyone else takes the Nouvelle chicane, the lapped cars go straight on through, and they've got a little bit more straight line.
And then if there's a big crash at the Nouvelle chicane and they can't get through,
there's a gap in the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which seems
but anyway,
wise
there's
to
a
me.
million possibilities we can use.
Personally, I would.
Sainz again missed the apex of turn 10. That's the third or fourth time he's done that today.
Yeah, and he keeps doing it as well. Keeps on going straight wide. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing the Nouvelle chicane being removed and just create a fast run down to the back. If you, maybe another little braking zone. I don't know how quick it would be into the back, but certainly the Nouvelle chicane is like it could be made such a more easier overtaking opportunity for everybody than it is. So
Of
let's
course
see if
it
we change
would.
that.
I was looking at the 1966 track layout with a 2022 Formula 1 car going around. It was quite fun. A video. And the chicane in 1966 was just a left-right, not a left-right-left, which it is now. But the Neufeld chicane isn't a public part of the road, I don't think.
No, it's purpose-built for F1, yeah.
Yeah. So they could just close it forever and then... I don't know. Because
I would like,
because Formula E have the attack mode on the exit of that chicane, I would think.
Yeah, and as we're back with Sky, I just press this button as well because Beth says as well, newsflash, Birch says Monaco should become oval track. No, not at all. Just get rid of that annoying chicane and go flat out down towards the back. Ideally, I'd like them to change Rascasse back to what it was as well, because Rascasse changed in 2004 because originally there was a building there and that part of the building got demolished to create a streamline effect of that part of the track, but they could easily put it back with some barriers because what it gave was...
So the first car that will start a time lap is Albon. He's in turn 12 at the moment, and in front of you, just left turn 4, is Tsunoda, who should be on a slow lap.
That's nice.
And Lando, just a reminder, left-hand toggle for turn 1.
That must be an old message because we're watching Lando live now. Yeah, and in terms of what Rascasse used to be a left, a very tight left, and then a double right on back down towards Anthony Noakes. Now it's pretty much a straight line from the swimming pool into a right, a very quick right as well. It used to be 2 parts to Rascasse, now it's just the one. Well, if you're watching along with us, we're on board with Norris now. So this part of the track, the barrier used to come out more as well. And here, it used to be a much tighter swing to the left, then a swing to a double right. Now it's just a single right into Rascasse. And it removed an opportunity for overtaking as well. But we have seen a few of them sticking up the inside there. But the problem is, because of that, it creates a traffic jam if we have a crash there. It nearly happened in 2018.
Going through the zero on the dash, dropping rear surface.
The front's overheated.
As Albon, yeah. It nearly happened in 2019, if you remember, with Kubica spinning with there and blocked the track. And nearly red flagged it as well. So we got a close call there. Anyway, let's go back to the main chat as Norris has gone third fastest on a 1:13.226. So at the moment, it's Leclerc, Perez, Norris, Verstappen, Sainz top 5. Russell 8th, Hamilton 12th, 1.6 seconds away from where he needs to be right now. So a major upset going on there as the rest of the field come through. This is Kevin Magnussen now into Anthony Noakes and down towards the line. I like this new camera that they've put here this year, but it's just advertising for Rolex. Cross the line and away we go. The one thing I hate about this is the fact that it gives my brain and a headache because Bernie used to say to the camera directors, zoom in on the sponsors.
Raised it already in the start of the lap and then the front overheats at the end.
Yeah, copy that from turn 8 onwards was pretty good.
Yeah, Bernie used to say, zoom in on the sponsors, and then when a car comes towards you, zoom out and pick up the car. But when Liberty Media came into it, they changed that up. And basically, they told all the camera operators, follow the cars at all times. All bar Monaco, who still do it the Bernie way. So whereas if you look at a lap at, say, Australia compared to Monaco, Australia, you'll see that we always follow the car quite smoothly. The cameras are always flowing. Whereas if you look at lap here at Monaco, the camera will start stationary and then move to pick up the cars because they're zoomed in on some advertising. So, look, here's the Rolex camera, look. And then look at the start line, zoomed on the OBS, and then it goes down to pick up the cars. It's so disjointed, and that's because the race director here,
and that lap
the TV
is
director,
P5, just over 1/10 behind Verstappen.
The TV director here for Monaco, Telly Monte Carlo, doesn't know what he's doing, and mainly does tennis. So, I hate to say it, but Telly Monte Carlo are just not qualified to do Formula 1 at all. And the sooner F1 take over it, the sooner we'll see a big shift in it as well. Beth says if Monaco wanted to do something special, they would develop some way to extend the track out into the harbour and some sort of temp floating arrangement, then go back in again. That would be cool. Yeah, I get what you mean. And if they can have a surface that can just sort of elevate out and be brought back in again. Down at Portier, they are actually building out into a couple of new streets, so we could see in future a little bit more layout at Portier, like it goes further out and swings back in with a smooth hairpin or something, but back to the tunnel. But we'll find out. Look, here's Portier now, actually. But hopefully we'll see something change soon, because it's just getting ridiculous out there. Where would you change the track, Josh?
I don't know, because we've got the hairpin. Keep the hairpin. It's got
2 seconds, Hamilton.
We're expecting it.
There's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, there is a lot of traffic out there as well. And if it's this bad in practice, imagine qualifying. Go on, Josh.
Maybe, isn't there a little triangle just off turn 19, the last corner?
Yes, there is. Yeah, there is a way that you can loop back around from where the medical centre is. You could tail off Anthony Noakes and then bring it back on, because there's a side street that comes back onto the start line. So you could create another little sector of the track as well. Because if you look, actually, we've got it here. If I use my mouse here, if you follow the mouse, look, here it is. Look on the monitor. It's in the middle of the swimming pool at the moment. Look on here. So if you look, here's the last corner.
We're just too much understeer still.
Okay.
Yeah, so here's the last corner.
What?
There's the side street. You swing it back up here. Swing
There's
it.
a lot of traffic.
Shut up, Lewis. So you come out. It really bugs me when that happens. So look, you come down here. You exit where Russell was. So watch with the mouse. So you exit down here. You swing back around on this road, and then it swings back onto the start-finish straight here. So there is actually, if we wanted to, an extra little layout we could use at the back that could promote overtaking.
Which would make, we're going down to Ted?
Yes.
Covers off. It looks more serious than it is, and if you can see down
At
here
Perez.
at the moment. But I think it's just to allow a rear suspension change. The way that it's a push rod rear, so pull rod front and push rod rear, and they have to change, or the bit they're changing is just above the exhaust pipe. I think you can see it. They have to remove the engine cover to get to it. I was worried that there was team radio.
Team radio. Verstappen. Verstappen is saying please, please.
Not, there was. I think it was a bleep. Was that Valtteri Bottas in the Alfa Romeo?
It was, yeah. Just slowed
getting
down
his
a bit
way.
too much. No, it was the other one. Oh, was it Joe?
Yeah, Joe.
Oh, okay, sorry, Valtteri.
Right, have we finished with Ted?
Anyway, quite late for them to be making a rear suspension change on Checo's car, but they'll be done with it in a minute, and they'll go out and see what it feels like.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Ted, as we come back through as well up here in the commentary box. With 15 minutes to go of this session. Who was that flying through? Valtteri Bottas, who jumps up to P10 now as well with a, I can't see, 1:13.849 on the board. Couldn't quite tell that at the moment.
With the little extension that we were just talking about,
yeah,
before we flew down to Ted in the pit lane, would that make a faster sweeping last corner?
Yes, yeah, and more speed through turn one. Yeah, it'd be a lot faster down the straight.
It would be a shorter start-finish straight, and
But it
might
could-
have the
yeah.
pit boxes on the.
Oh, 2 seconds.
Getting ready to go, I think, within the next minute or so.
So Perez is okay. He's
And
going to
so
go back out on
far,
track.
Yellow.
looks like every time
Yeah, where's that yellow? Where is it?
Turn one.
So who's gone down? Who's stopped? It's Tsunoda. Although he says he's continuing, and now he's come to a stop. So Yuki Tsunoda was off at turn one, and I think has now continued. Yes, he has. Right, let's go down to Christian Horner on the pit wall.
Around a bit with engine modes and so on, so we haven't got a completely clear picture, but it looks like they've got a tenth or so on hand at the moment. So let's see where this lap of Max's goes.
We're just looking at the car performance rankings. Low speed corners, Max and Checo third and fourth, Leclerc second, Pierre Gasly quickest, fastest through the low speed corners. Are Alpha Tauri a threat to you guys today?
I think could well be. Obviously they're performing well around here. They've obviously got a good balance, but again, different people run different settings in this part of practice. So, it's obviously the business end of Q3 is where it gets vital.
Absolutely. Christian, thank you. We'll let you watch this Max lap that he's on.
Yeah, Max is on right now as well on the circuit. And for those of you who watch the British Touring Car Championship, you might like to notice that instead of ITV going back, because Thruxton has no purpose-built commentary boxes, instead of them going back to their lovely buildings that they did a couple of years ago during COVID, they've gone back to the garden shed, the literal garden shed as well. Richard John Neal's just put it on Instagram as well, and it looks an absolute mess to have that back.
Is that at the complex?
It's at the start-finish line.
Oh, the VIP, the hospitality.
Yeah, it's around there. They've just put a black garden shed there as their commentary box once again. So it's nice to see that ITV is now doing the budget after having that lovely trailer commentary box that I liked.
What was that, man? Whoa! They can't do that. They can't do that. Man, that was close.
Yeah.
That was Sainz with that.
Myself there.
And that was it. Sainz then. Oh, and Sainz and Vettel noted for impeding. Yeah, so bang on there. So Vettel getting very frustrated out there as well.
And Verstappen and Zoe have been noted at turn 14 for impeding.
It's all go in this third practice session as well. Hopefully you're going to watch along with us for qualifying. It is going to be one of the best qualifyings of the year. Tomorrow, it could be one of the most exciting races of the year. Yes, I said it, because heavy rain is predicted throughout the day. It's going to be mighty fantastic as well. We've got the Monaco Grand Prix live. We've got the Italian Grand Prix for MotoGP live. We've got the Indy 500 live. We've got race 1 of the touring cars live. Race 2 and 3 will be delayed until after the Indy 500, depending on the finishing time of the F1. We might be able to sneak in a quick British Touring Car Race 2 in between the action as well. But I tell you what, Josh, it's all eyes up front right now. Sainz setting a fast lap time. Ricciardo slowing at the last corner, and Anthony Noakes as well. But that was Leclerc getting out of the way. It's getting busy out there because we've got Norris, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Vettel, Albon in the pits. We've got 15 of the 20 cars out there on the circuits. This is effectively now Q2.
Yeah, Q2, technically. Practice 3, 11 minutes and 40 seconds to go now. Sainz goes to the top with a 1:12.846. Vettel radio?
Yep.
As well.
Man, that was scary with Sainz too. Like the worst place on the whole track.
Yeah, copy that. It is under investigation, so I'll have a look at it.
What part of the track was it?
It's turn 14
3.
and correct.
Turn 3.
Turn 3.
Vettel?
And correction, whoever
Man, that
engineer
was scary with Sainz too.
We've heard that. Go on, Josh.
at it's not actually under investigation, it's been noted.
And that part of the track is turn 3, so it's Mirabeau. So it's Massenet, top of the hill at Massenet, before Casino Square. So that is a massive one to go through there. It's a 4th gear corner, but it's so tight at the top of that hill, you can't go too wide there. It's a single file part of the track through Casino Square. Verstappen goes second, 1:12.881. The gap now 35 thousandths. In fact, look at that. He's only fractionally quicker by 4 thousandths of a second. He's faster than Leclerc. The top 3 separated by 0.039, sorry. And this is Stroll into the swimming pool section, jumps over the barrier, and he did touch the wall. Stroll did hit the wall, and he's broken his front wing. He clipped the inside curb, bounces over, heads towards the wall, and he was incredibly lucky there, Josh, not to lose his front suspension. I think he only damaged the wing, Josh. That was incredibly lucky.
Incredibly lucky.
All the corners were actually, all the wheels were pointing in the right direction and tracking straight as he came past me. So they're going to take a very, very good look at that. I'm getting slightly Lance Stroll incident at that area replay nightmares, Crofty, with the internet meme. Do you remember?
From last year.
Yeah, well, we'll wait until something happens in tomorrow's race, and then we'll see a replay of that. Yeah,
at that very swimming pool exit. So, yeah.
And now Verstappen and Zhou will be investigated after the session.
But, you know,
who can forget? But yeah, they're taking a look at it and seeing if it's anything worse than just the front wing. I must say, it all looked okay, but eyes can deceive sometimes when they're on closer inspection. So I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, so investigated after the session will be the turn 14 is involving Verstappen and Zhou. So it's all getting up there as well. At the moment, we've got 9 minutes to go in this practice 3 session, and all hell is breaking loose here as well. That's because Lewis Hamilton's on the screen right now, going very slowly, coming back into the pit lane. I think they're all going to start abandoning their lap times here. They're all congregating round that Lowe's hairpin down there at the top. Look, and look, here comes Leclerc. He's involved. Ocon's ahead of him. It's so bad out there as well. But good first sector from Leclerc. It is the fastest.
Track surface slippery in track sector 16. I believe that's swimming pool chicane, so that's where Stroll hit. So a bit of debris down there. Verstappen on a fast lap. So is Leclerc. Of course, we're following Leclerc, not Verstappen, who has a purple first sector. And here comes Leclerc through to back, going round. I believe that was Zhou Guanyu now going up towards Bottas also. Colton Herta yesterday, going a bit off topic, approved Fernando Alonso that the aero screen is needed on an IndyCar.
Yeah, flipped upside down as well with a massive accident, and he's destroyed his main race car as well as he comes through. I'd just like to point out right now, as a personal note, live on BT Sport 1 right now, Wrexham versus Grimsby Town. And it's currently 1-1 in that game as well. So Grimsby Town, my local side, is 1-1 at the moment after what looks like a very exciting opening 20 minutes. So I've joined at the right time as well on the phone, because I just remembered it's been on for the last 20 minutes. It got kick-off at 12:30. That's why Ian Birch isn't in the box with us today for practice. But that's on BT Sport 1. On BT Sport 2 is the MotoGP. So Grimsby Town is out viewing that of MotoGP. So I'll just take that as a little win there for myself. Not that I seem to be able to watch it, because it just switched itself off on Sky Go. Anyway.
Radio?
Yep.
Crikey. That was very dangerous by Checo. Almost crashed into the back of him.
And Checo's done something now as well, so it looks like it's getting all out of there, Josh.
That's a British response. That's the second. Here's a replay of Stroll going through swimming pool chicane, jumping over the curb, and hitting the wall.
He hit that bang on at the right angle, didn't he? If it was a centimetre to the left or the right, it would have been a huge accident.
It would have been. Here comes Fernando Alonso going through Vasquez and up to Anthony No.
I know you can't see me up in the commentary box at the moment. Well, Josh can. You all can, actually, but you know what I mean in terms of the fact on the desk of the commentary box. I've literally got the town match directly below my notes here in the comms box. So I'm keeping one eye on that and one eye on the main TV pictures up here at the moment as well. Leclerc, with 6 minutes to go, is top and has gone back. Russell, 16.536, is quick in the first sector, but not fastest overall, as things currently stand as well. So keeping fingers crossed. Hamilton jumps to P7, the computer is predicting. Does it finish it? Yes, he does. 1:13.375 now for Lewis. Perez second, off in that first sector. Russell, as I said, was looking quick. I'd like to see his lap time rather than Checo's. Although he actually, let's stay with Checo's. Fastest of all, second sector, 34.134. And he is only a couple of thousandths down that of the two Ferraris. So let's just see what this can be for Sergio Perez. Can he go faster than Leclerc as he approaches the line? Bad first sector, best second and third sector. He's pulled a 10th out. It's a 1:12.554 for Sergio Perez as George Russell crosses the line and stays in 9th position. Can't improve on the time, but great second and third sector from Perez to coming back up, Josh.
Yeah, there was an incident between those two cars, Perez and Russell, just on the screen now. I saw it down here. Turn 18 incident involving cars 11, Perez, and 63, Russell, noted impeding. So was that the lap before they started their fast laps? Maybe.
Yeah, because they were nowhere near each other on their actual fast laps. Perez is a couple of seconds ahead of Russell. We can see on the driver tracker. They're just coming around Portier now. And there is a big gap between them, so I presume it's all good, and it should be all green and rosy as they come down. Ferrari need to find something. I know there's only a 10th, but pole position and starting position is so crucial here at Monaco. You need to find some time, and right now it looks like they're struggling a little bit because it's only a 10th, but at Monaco that's equivalent to a second.
Yeah, it's a 2.07 mile circuit, I believe it is. Here comes Vettel through the swimming pool chicane.
Way off the pace and jumps over that curb as well. Don't know why they don't just remove that sausage curb down there, because it's causing so many problems on that part of the track. SHT says, I will say Perez is also in contention for pole. I'd put him as my winner this weekend. Could be. Very
do you
well
want
be.
me to do? Do you want me to do something which might make people think I'm a bit crazy?
Go on.
I've got a bit of a lemon here.
Oh, and you are just eating the lemon out mad. Surprised not like that Simpsons episode where your face just keels in on itself as well when you eat that lemon. I could do some lemonade, to be fair. As they come through, cross the line then comes Verstappen and stays for 3/10 off the pace with 3 minutes 20 to go here at the moment as well. This is turning into quite a chaotic practice 3. Leclerc's up as well, so Ferrari responding now as well. Bang on time. Slow Sector 1 again, but Sector 2 looking mighty. 30.091 for Leclerc. Can he have something now across the line? Charles Leclerc looking to take advantage and top all the practice session at his home circuit. Does it by 37 thousandths of a second. It's a 1:12.517 for Leclerc. He is back on track here in Monaco. And now Science Box.
That was one of the most sourest pieces of lemon I've ever had.
I was going to say, it's going to be devolved in the Coke, isn't it, at the moment? Oh dear. I think there's a penalty. I think there might be a penalty to Wrexham. I'm not too sure. In which case, I think we might be losing this one. Because somebody's gone down in the box.
There's nothing. There's no penalty on Monte Carlo. So as Josh,
sorry, I'm getting distracted by the football.
Here we, of course, we see Charles Leclerc going round both the Ferraris together, going through the tunnel now.
Yeah,
Leclerc fastest 1:12.517. Perez second, not third, but 1:12.544.
Yeah, there's a real worry here as well that we could be seeing a Ferrari domination in Monaco, but that's how we kind of want it over the year, don't we? Swinging between Red Bull and Ferrari, throw in a wild card Mercedes at some other points as well. It could be quite an entertaining season, but turn 3 involving Sainz and Vettel reviewed, no further action after impeding. So they've got away with that, but I don't think Sebastian's going to be happy with that, considering he got held up so much and was quite vocal about it over the radio.
We didn't see the replay. Vettel was complaining that it was very dangerous, but of course TV Directs are not giving us the replays, but it's Monte Carlo television for you.
Yeah, don't get replays.
Expect a lot.
Let's hear from Russell.
I'm happy with the box. Don't know if we have time to fill up for the starts.
Negative. You might as well take another lap. So you have the time for a cool down and a push lap.
Tyres are gone. I don't need it. I don't want it.
Tyres are gone. Is that it?
Perez 1,000 quicker in Sector 2.
So Perez, yeah, look at that. Looks like he could go top at the moment. Is this Perez? Perez crossed the line. Perez goes top.
Thousandths, yep, for 1:12.476, and the timing screen was delayed. The timing screen showed Perez top when he was exiting the final corner.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't Perez. We were watching Verstappen. It was telling Monte Carlo again, showing us the wrong camera, because they had Perez as the first time, but we were watching that of Verstappen. So they got it wrong again. They can't even pick up the right Red Bull.
No sense.
And here comes Leclerc.
Thank you, television.
Yeah, Leclerc goes cross the line with the checkered flag out and goes second. So for the first time this weekend, it is that Leclerc has been denied topping a session. He topped all of Friday. Now he doesn't top Saturday practice 3. That goes the way of Sergio Perez on a 1:12.476. That is also, by the way, the camera angle we will have when the race finishes tomorrow, I believe, for the driver crossing the line and taking the checker flag, which I think is quite good. It's a permanent camera that's attached to the side there, so it's not a normal handheld one. It's a robot cam, I believe, on the graphic there. Now, sadly, we are on a quick off because we've now got to go set up for the MotoGP qualifying 1 and 2 to film it for the highlight show tomorrow.
Turn 18 incident.
Go on, Josh.
involving Perez and Russell will be investigated after the session for impeding.
Could be then. It could possibly, because it's a practice session, it could be just a fine or a penalty point, as Sonoda got yesterday.
The FIA stewards are doing. I've seen a lot of reprimands for impeding.
I've seen a couple of penalty points added on as well. So, Josh, what was your moment of the session?
It's got to be as someone leaves the pit lane building which I'm in.
Go on. Yeah, go on. What was your moment of the session?
It's got to be Perez and Leclerc doing the same time, or Stroll hitting the wall on the swimming pool chicane. On board with Sergio Perez now going through turns 3, 4.
I'd agree. Right, let's take a look then at the times, because we are on a quick off. So, practice 3 results. It's Sergio Perez fastest on a 1:12.476. Charles Leclerc second, with Carlos Sainz third, Max Verstappen fourth, and Pierre Gasly rounds out the top 5. Lando Norris is 6th, Lewis Hamilton 7th, Kevin Magnussen is 8th, George Russell 9th and 10th for Fernando Alonso. Further down, Yuki Tsunoda 11th, Mick Schumacher 12th, Sebastian Vettel 13th, Valtteri Bottas is 14th and 15th for Alexander Albon, 16th for Daniel Ricciardo, 17th for Esteban Ocon, 18th for Lance Stroll, 19th Zhou Guanyu and 20th for Nicholas Latifi. Okay, that's it. Me and Josh and Megan will be back for qualifying in around about 2 hours' time. We're on air at 2:45 British Standard Time as well. 5-minute live. Then we'll go over and play the music and get ready for the main show as well. It's Sergio Perez who's top of the 3rd practice session. We're going to go now do MotoGP. You'll be able to see that tomorrow in the build-up show. Well, thanks to Josh Plays, and well, thanks to you at home for watching. We'll see you later. Bye for now.